Radio Free Fargo, a little classic Emmylou Harris for you, 95.9 KRFF. You're tuned into This Side of Country with Trav, again powered by our pals at Fix It Forward Auto Care. Going to have a brand new show coming up very soon. I think about another week or two. We're going to have another show that you're going to hear on Tuesday mornings right after This Side of Country. Going to start at 11 o'clock. And in studio, we're going to have your next host of this show. We got Conrad here in studio. Good morning to you.
Hello, welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, thank you. Welcome to the show here. Appreciate you making time. You're going to be doing a new show here on 95.9. Tell me all about it. First of all, what is it called?
It's called the Fargo Five.
The Fargo Five. So what is the Fargo Five?
So it's going to be 5 segments.
Yeah.
We're going to have a guest on every week.
Sure.
And so the first segment will be Fargo Famous.
Right.
The second segment is going to be Fargo Fun.
Right.
And that's going to try to feature a free and open to the public event every week. There is so much going on in the Fargo-Moorhead community.
Sure.
And so I just want to be able to highlight those.
Yeah. You know, there's a lot of great people here. You ever worry about running out of people to talk to?
Well, so if we can't find a free and open event each and every week, we go down the line to just a regular event, regular people. And, you know, what I'd like to be able to do as well is just bring random people in off the street. Just the cashier at Cashway, just be like, hey, do you want to be on the radio?
Yeah.
And they can be my guest as well. So we're definitely going to try to have a guest each and every week.
So I see that you're wearing a Berkshire Hathaway shirt. Is this what you do with your 9 to 5?
Yeah. Well, I run a few businesses.
Oh, you do?
So I definitely am a realtor at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Premier Properties.
Right.
I do residential real estate as well as commercial real estate. Right. So if anybody is looking to buy or sell a home or looking even for an office space, definitely you can always contact me.
Right.
And I can help with that for sure.
All right. So how long you been in the realty game here?
Well, you know, asking a realtor how long they've been a realtor is kind of like asking a woman her age,
or
a man his salary. You're not really supposed to do it.
I get it,
because when they're a newbie, it's a little embarrassing for them. They don't want to say, "Well, I just started."
Sure,
I've been doing this for 6 years.
Okay,
so I finally am no longer green. I've got quite tens of millions of dollars worth of deals under my belt.
Hey, congratulations!
So I've been doing it for a minute and a half, and definitely know a thing or two.
Give me your proudest moment so far in your realty career here.
Oh man, right off the top of my head.
Yeah.
You want my proudest?
Right.
My proudest moment.
No, I mean, all of them are great. All of them are pretty special, but one right now that if your career was supposed to be done, you're like, that's the moment for me.
Well, you know, it's not a single moment, but maybe the way the career changed my life.
Sure.
So before I got into real estate, I was kind of a hard case, kind of a tough guy, got into a lot of arguments. What real estate taught me is that you're better off having friends. And it made me become a better person.
Sure.
And it made what I realized is that people choose their realtor based on who they like the most.
Right.
Right. And so I just set out for the last 6 years to make myself as likable as possible.
Right.
One thing I was able to do because of the way real estate works is I started teaching Japanese for free on the weekends.
Holy cow.
Just so that I could meet people.
Right.
And then maybe sell them a house.
All right, let's back up here. You know Japanese. Where did this come into your life here?
So, well, like most millennials, I have 3 worthless degrees. So one is in underwater basket weaving.
Nice.
Another is in communications. And, of course, I have one in Japanese.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So I don't have anything to do with that degree, but I'm very passionate about the language.
Right.
And so I said, what is it that I can do that makes me stand apart from others?
Right.
What is it that I can do where I'm helpful, where I'm seen as an expert and where people will see me in a position of authority? I say, hey, I'll teach them Japanese. So at my offices every other weekend, I host a free and open to the public class. It's called Fargo Meets Japan.
Cool.
If you can find it on Facebook. It's called Fargo Meets Japan. We've been interviewed here several times on Eric's show, Superlicious' show.
Yeah.
And I would say our proudest moment. So real estate made me a better person.
Yeah.
Made me start Fargo Meets Japan, which created a community.
Right.
We now have spin-off groups. There's 5 of my students who just meet themselves every Wednesday by themselves to learn Japanese without me. But without me, they wouldn't have come together. And that is just this beautiful thing.
Yes.
Last year, in July, we threw at Broadway Square. I don't know if you heard about it. Internally, we called it the 731 event, but it was really just called Fargo Meets Japan.
Okay.
And at Broadway Square, we had 1,300 people in attendance.
Right.
And the average dwell time, so they use cameras or whatever to monitor people, was like 60% higher.
Right.
So not only did a ton of people show up, they stayed and engaged in it.
Very cool.
And that was so successful that I actually see the sign up there. Aiko Hatano from the Joy program up in Mayville is now copying that and doing it in Grand Forks.
Look at you go, starting trends here in Fargo.
It's very exciting to see these kinds of things. And if it wasn't for real estate,
right?
If it wasn't for me buying and selling homes for people or finding them offices, I found the office for the New American Consortium, right? And I met them through Fargo Meets Japan. Cool. If it wasn't for Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties, making me into a realtor, and then giving me these opportunities to network for my real estate career.
Sure.
I want to be doing all these beautiful, wonderful things for the community. And that is my proudest thing of it. So it's not a single moment.
Right.
But it's the overall thing that real estate has made me a better man.
I love that. Well, you're on the right station, my friend. We like to support and celebrate all the cultures, all the heritages. And why Japan for you? Why Japanese?
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to study Latin.
Okay.
Latin was what I was going to study. I was delivering for Cashwise Delivers.
Sure.
And I was sitting with my friend Mike Lamont.
Okay.
And he and I, we would drive out, long drives out to Castleton or out to wherever, all around bringing groceries.
Sure.
And I was, I'm starting college next year. And he says, what class are you taking? And I tell him one of the languages I was going to take was Latin.
Oh.
I thought that'd be cool.
Well, yeah.
I'll have a basis in every language and that'll be fun. And he said, no, that's stupid. Nobody speaks Latin. He said, you know what you should do? Just stop that and go study Japanese. And I was just like, okay. So I went and studied Japanese.
Yeah.
I switched it to that. And then the next week he's like, all right, now you're going to go to Japan. Just study really hard. You'll get a scholarship and you can go to Tokyo and have a blast like me. And okay.
Right.
So I just kind of drifted in there. Met my wife while I was studying over there. So, hey, I got something good out of it.
Right.
We have two beautiful children.
Hey,
so.
congratulations. Sounds like it's treating you very well so far.
I'm making the most of everything, right? So.
Fantastic. Well, we're looking forward to this show. One more time, when is the launch date here?
It's July 11th at 11 a.m.
July 11th at 11 a.m. You can hear that right after this side of country, of course. And again, it's going to be called
the Fargo Five.
The Fargo Five. And it's going to be spotlighting so many wonderful people of our community here. And it's going to be why is this what you want to do with all that you already got going on? You're a busy man. You're a family man. You're in realty. You've got your hands in so many things. But this is obviously something that's important to you. Why?
Well, I have several other businesses. One of the things that I do is I run an Airbnb as well as do a lot of remodeling or flipping jobs, things like that.
Sure.
I've always got my headphones in.
Right.
And I'm always listening to podcasts.
Yeah.
And I'm always listening, and I'm like, I want that. I want that to be me. I want to be there. And so, again, it comes to the real estate, where the goal, the moving part on that business is to be known and liked.
Yeah. And
I would always said, I want to start a podcast. My wife is like, no. But whenever she would say, hey, I just heard Travis on the radio. She's a huge fan of yours.
Oh.
Like we're not country music listeners.
Yeah.
But she loves your show.
Oh, that's very kind.
And she knows you, likes you, and trusts you because you are on KRFF.
Well, that's very kind.
And so I said to myself, you know what?
Right.
If I can synergize being known and liked and trusted by the community with a radio show, with a podcast, we're making all the dreams come true, and I can pay it forward by highlighting people who are doing exciting things in the community that are free and open to the public. That's going to be the main, if you've got that going on. And there is a surprising amount of things that are going on besides just me.
Right.
But in this new modern economy in 2023, a lot of people are putting on things that are free and open to the public. So that's really exciting opportunity we have.
Well, we're really excited to have you here on the station. Can't wait to see all the fun and exciting things you're going to do here on Radio Free Fargo. And you're certainly on the station that's ready to support that and bring that type of environment into this studio. We think you're going to do great things, man. I'm excited to have you on.
I'm excited to do it.
Let me be the first to officially welcome you to Radio Free Fargo 95.9.
Thank you so much.
Do you have a Facebook page that you're going to be launching your radio show off?
Yes. So I have not. So I don't know why. I'm a keep everything under wraps kind of guy until it like happens.
Gotcha.
So I guess this is it happening.
Yeah.
I have not put like a Fargo 5 page together.
Yeah.
But you can definitely find me Conrad Fargo.
Right.
So that is just generally my branding.
Yeah.
So if you go conradfargo@gmail.com,
right.
you got my email. If you go conradfargo.com, you got my website. If you go to facebook.com/Conrad Fargo, there you go. So just think Conrad Fargo. You got me.
There you go. I love it. Are you going to get somebody to do a theme song for you? I feel like Conrad Fargo, Fargo 5. I feel like there's a little jingle there.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Do you know somebody?
Oh, I know tons of somebody. Yeah,
absolutely. I would really appreciate it. I've been trying to think. You don't do music beds on when you talk to people. I've been trying to decide.
I do and
I want
I
a music
don't.
bed or
I do and I don't. I have another show on Fridays actually coming up here noon, the noon hour morning show with Trav and Alicia, and I totally do. I put music beds underneath. Like to keep the environment fun, and but yeah, sometimes when I'm doing this show, I keep the music bed off. I'm trying to do two different things. But when you hear the playback of the interviews, you'll hear a music bed.
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely. It adds some energy.
I think so.
You know what I mean? And for those, sometimes people when they're trying to talk and there's a music bed going, they get a little sidetracked by the music. And I don't want anybody to get sidetracked when they're on the air.
I see.
Just you and me, we're talking. So love that. Can't wait for you to do your show here. Again, July 11th, Fargo 5. Conrad Fargo.
Conrad Fargo.
Very excited. It's going to be very cool. Don't go anywhere. We got more music on the way. And remember, we got something for everyone here on Radio Free Fargo. You can check out the schedule. You can listen online at radiofreefargo.org. More music on the way. Don't go anywhere.